Lindenwood University. It's where you can get an education steeped in 187 years of tradition, but in tune with the needs of students of today. Lindenwood is where the liberal arts thrive. It's where young people and working adults can prepare for the next great step in their lives. Lindenwood has more than 120 degree programs from which to choose, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and a doctoral degree in education. Lindenwood has tradition, a sprawling modern campus, a supportive faculty known for its one-on-one attention, and personal financial aid assistance to help new students and parents feel comfortable with their college choice. Lindenwood offers the best of the St. Louis region, with a college town experience in St. Charles, Missouri. Find out why thousands are choosing Lindenwood University. Find out today. You can reach us online at www.lindenwood.edu or call 636-949-4949.
Hey, and welcome back. We're talking about the future, not the far future, the immediate future, the next 12, 18, 24 months out. I'm very pleased to have Marcus Bragg with me, who is a communications major here at Lindenwood University. Welcome, glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. I always like to kind of figure out what you're doing. So tell me a little bit about your degree, interest, and how long you've been at Lindenwood, things like that.
Well, I'm a transfer student from Warson Valley.
Okay.
I came here in the summer of 2014, and my major is mass communications, and I want to become a reporter and eventually a news anchor, and then down the line, an entrepreneur.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So as far as news reporting, that's an industry that's changing a lot.
Yes.
Rather than gatekeepers, news reporting seems to be turning more into an opportunity for a lot of people to report the same thing, but then somebody to develop a viewpoint or an opinion about those things. Are you doing news reporting right now, or are you?
Not currently. I do work at LUTV, but I'm going to take the super semester and eventually report.
Okay, so we need to get you on the camera, right?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about reporting itself. Are you seeing that as a role that you'd like to play in the field, or how I don't know much about this industry, so you tell me what you want to do.
Yes, I do see myself as a reporter because I'm very talented in talking to people and, gathering information. And I'm a gifted writer. I can see myself eventually working my way up to being an anchor and speaking, in front of people and reading news, because that's something I'm very passionate about.
And you enjoy writing?
Yes.
That's a cool talent. News reporting, news anchor, and what was the other area?
Entrepreneur.
Yes. Now we're talking. All right, so the entrepreneurial market. I'm convinced that the immediate future, the next 5 years, are explosion of entrepreneurial startups. I think it's probably going to be the most innovative period of human innovation that we've ever seen. And I say this a lot, so that's why it's so easy for me to say. Let's talk about your vision as an entrepreneur. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Well, after I become, an anchor, eventually I know I have to be an executive producer.
You got to get grounded.
Yeah. I want to start my own entertainment company, create my own amusement parks, my own films, my own television shows, and eventually my own music. And I want to compete with Disney. I want to do the things he did, pattern myself after him, change the world by creating positive shows that, produce morals and teach kids, valuable lessons and stuff like that.
That's very cool.
I want to have a positive impact.
Change the world, make a difference.
Yes.
Right? So in order to accomplish that entrepreneurial vision, in addition to the vision, there's a lot of moving parts there.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So the impact that you want to have, is it primarily on children, or is it adults, or is it across the board?
Across the board.
Across the board.
Yes.
And in order to get from A to B, we need to get you engaged in the industry and then get you to a point that you start attracting some interest from investors.
Yes.
And so at this point, is a business model or a business plan kind of in the back of your head, or is it something you've written already?
I've written my first business plan back in high school.
Okay,
It was
wow.
way back in high school, but it's still a work in progress.
Okay.
Yes.
And as we move forward, there's a lot, as a previous guest on this show was talking about, happening in the virtual and the augmented reality marketplace. So it seems to me that a lot of your entertainment is going to be within that new reality.
Yes.
What's interesting to me is that we don't no longer understand what reality is. And I guess that doesn't surprise me. Tell me how you think this virtual world and all this electronic world interacts. Is that a function of what you want to do?
Yes, I want to also change the internet as well.
Okay.
You know, I know a lot of people, especially the new generation, you know, look at YouTube videos and Facebook and Twitter and the whole 9 yards, but I also want to make a big impact on the internet and reach out to more viewers and stuff.
Well, and what's really interesting to me is this, your generation, but specifically the next generation,
Yes.
they are up to their eyeballs in zeros and ones in the digital world. So when people talk about the digital economy, I don't think they really understand the true impact of what that all looks like. What about the future? What about advanced degrees? Do you have any interest there? Or?
Well, currently I'm going to focus on my bachelor's degree, but eventually I'm going to have to get my master's if I want to go into business.
Yeah, if you really want to have an understanding of that side of it. And where do you think you need to settle to be successful? Is it West Coast, East Coast, London?
Well, I'm going to start my career in St. Louis, but eventually I'm going to work my way up to New York or California or somewhere like that, you know, somewhere in a bigger market.
And are you working with anyone today? What's your immediate surroundings look like? Do you have friends and acquaintances that are all doing similar things?
Yes, I have a friend named Jerry, and he's a news reporter and an anchor, and he's a very close friend of mine. And plus, you know, I have friends at LUTV and, you know, at the National Broadcasting Society, which I am the vice president for that as well.
So I was jokingly talking about we need a comedy show here. If you'd like to produce it for me, we can talk.
Yes.
I think it would be kind of funny. We may have to do it somewhere else, though. We're rapidly running out of time, but I'm enthralled with where you're going with your entrepreneurial vision. I think you're going to be right on target, and you're walking into the market at the right place at the right time. So you have my admiration. We're going to continue this. We're going to continue looking 18 to 24 months out and 36 months, and if I can get 10 years out, I'm going to be a happy camper. See you in a minute.